Hi, everybody. This is Chef David Alvarez again. Sporting my new shirt, YouTube Mornay. You know what I mean? Everybody who is in the culinary business will understand this shirt. It's a play off of YouTube Money. Mornay sauce is a bechamel cheese sauce. Go ahead and Wikipedia or Google it, and just you could get these at my Big Boy Kitchen off of Instagram or my Facebook. So they're available now. So today we're doing a loaded baked potato cheese soup. So let me pull out this bacon because it is ready. Look how nice that is. So I have my it's brown sugar. It's thick cut bacon, so that's how it's going to cool down. Up here I have my 8 potatoes. It's 8 medium-sized white potatoes. I don't peel. There's no reason to peel it. I mean, unless you really want peeled potato, go ahead and get the brown ones, but I use the white so you don't have to peel it. So we have these up here, and I microwave them for 14 minutes with a little bit of water. That's 8 potatoes. I'll show you when I pull it out later, but just saving time. You know, why heat up your kitchen when you got a microwave, all right? We're not a commercial kitchen. You know, if you want to boil them, you can boil them, but I prefer the microwave for those. The simple things. It's not gonna affect the flavor if you microwave it. So right now we're gonna take our pan right here. We got our soup pan. Get a little bit of Crisco. It'll open. There we go. There we go. About less than a quarter cup. You know, depends on how much oil. So I got my white onions. I got 1 white onion, and then half a stick of butter. Okay? Oh yeah. And that is what you want. You want that sizzle. You know, that means it's cooking. That means it's doing something, right? If you put your food in the pan and there's no sound, you're doing it wrong. You should hear that. All right? So we're going to saute our onions. We got 5 cups of milk over here, and we're gonna bring it to a boil. Okay? It's over here separate. Okay? Because you need your milk hot. You know, if you have time, you can throw your milk in here and slowly bring it to a boil. For the sake of this video and time, I'm just kind of cheating here, so I could do this in a short amount of time for the video, so you guys don't get tired and go to another channel. Okay? So my milk's over here, 5 cups. I will put the recipe in the about column, so don't worry. Okay, so you can see that right there, looking good. You can put carrots, onions in your soup if you want. I just like onion and cheese and potato. That's just me. That's just a good potato cheese soup. That's all you need. So we're going to saute this up. It's starting to look really, really good. See that? Oh yeah. So sauteing the onions. Right. Then we have a cup and a half of chicken stock. Am I right? I'm right. We're going to bring this in here. All right. Now I'm going to turn it on high. Okay. I want to bring this to a boil as quick as possible because the potatoes are already done. The milk is heating up. And then all we're going to do is throw the cheese, bada boom, bada bang, bada ding, cut the bacon, and we're done. So, all right, this is going to bring to a boil. This is going to bring to a boil our sea salt. Couple cranks. Now, on the butter, I use unsalted butter. You don't want to use salted butter because it'll affect your flavor. Okay, because if you buy salted butter, you throw it in, then you add salt, which the recipe calls for, it's going to be really, really salty. So make sure you always get unsalted butter. Unless the recipe calls for salted butter, you should never need it. Okay, bring it to a boil, bring it to a boil. So I'm going to show you these. It's a little warm. Safety first, okay? Especially if you have kids. All right, I'm going to pull this out, and then I'm going to show you what I did here. So this is 8 potatoes. You see that? To where it's, soft. The real thing about this, if you overcook it, it's going in the soup. So we're gonna strain it off. Get that in there. Nothing like a smell of a boiled potato. Okay. Put it on this here. So, potatoes are in there. See the steam? Alright, so never rinse off potatoes. Never. You want that starch. It's going to help thicken your soup. It's already come to a boil. Can you see that? Can you see it? It's already to a boil. We're looking good. So, I know that's to a boil. I can transfer my soup. Okay, because now we're on the right path. Now I'm not putting cold milk into the soup which is boiling. It's going to save you time. Like I said, if you have time, you know, saute everything in here, throw your milk, throw your chicken stock, and let it come to a boil that way. I'm just trying to keep it real short and sweet, right? So, we got this going. Here's our cheese, okay? It's about a cup of cheese. Cheddar, sharp cheese is important. Now, I'm going to show you some tricks of the trade. Okay, this is how I make my potato cheese soup, and I make my macaroni and cheese, which I make a lobster mac and cheese, crab mac and cheese. I'm going to show you that recipe very soon. So, right here, this is mashed potatoes, aka potato pearls. I use these because, why wouldn't you? It's potato on potato. People like to use flour. I get it. Flour is perfect. You know, oh, woo! That's to a boil. Don't worry, that happens all the time, okay? Don't panic. So, I'm glad that happened. So, you run over. For one, always pay attention to your cooking. I'm doing a video. I should have had it, but don't panic. Just pull it off the heat real quick, and you'll be okay. So, we're going to put this right back over here. All right? Now, turn it off. I'm going to lower it to 5 and give it a little stir here. Right? The great thing about that happening is you only have milk and chicken stock and onion. It's not going to burn, okay? So that's okay with milk. Now, the second you add the cheese is when you need to worry. Then it'll burn, okay? Cheese, marinara, any cream sauce will burn quick, and it doesn't take much, okay? So I'm going to lower this a little bit more. I'm glad you saw that. That happens in kitchens more than you realize. You know, who knows how much milk is spilt on an accident being spilt over. And you know what, you don't want to waste food, but sometimes it happens. And I'm glad that happened because you could see exactly what to do. Pull it off the heat. You're okay. So, it is going to mess up the recipe though. You're going to use a little bit of less, you know, or you may have to add milk to thin it out. Okay, because now it has less milk, less liquid. So, back to this. This potato, all you do is add water to this, butter, and you got mashed potatoes. So, we're going to add this in a second, but we're going to throw the cheese in. And then another thing is the velvetta cheesy potatoes, okay? I use the packet. This is all cheese right here. So let me open this up. Okay. Let's squeeze that cheese in. There you go. Look at that. Bam. Bam. Okay? It's already melted for you, right? How can you not like that? Let's stir this in. Now, I'm going to turn the heat off for a second. I don't want to burn the cheese. Now we're going to add in our sharp cheddar and shred it. Okay? Let's get all that. We put a little milk in there, right? Okay. So we got, now, you see that? It's looking good, right? Looking good. So I'm going to get this bowl real quick right here. Add my milk in it. I'm going to rinse this out. Okay. I'm going to take my mashed potatoes, or my potatoes, they're not mashed yet. They will be here in a second. Right? And I'm going to mash them. I like using a whisk. Okay. Let's get these all mashed up. It could be chunky, you know, it could be silky. If you want it really fine, throw it in a blender. I like it chunky. You know, I like pieces of potato in my soup. You know, so I'm not really worried about it being perfect. If you want it perfect, throw in the blender. Me, a potato soup is homey, comfort food, you know, and it's just delicious. So I like using a whisk because it's just easier to do. Let me get this out here. All right, almost done, almost out of here. Our milk mixture's looking pretty good. Let me taste this. Oh, nice and cheesy. Okay. Now, this was about 15 minutes in my microwave. It'll depend on your microwave. Okay. All microwaves are different. I don't know what this is. In the restaurant business, we use a 1,000-watt microwave, which doesn't take long. If it's 400 or 500, it's going to take a while. So I'm going to turn the heat back on. Okay. So this is where your soup is. You got to be, you know, it's not just bam, we're done with soup. Okay, you have to monitor this, as you saw. I turn it back on. If you ever need to walk away from it, just turn it off. Just come back to it. Don't take a chance because it'll burn quick or boil over like you saw. So now I am going to add the potatoes. So I'm going to bring this up to a boil real quick. All right, and then this is going to help thicken it. All right, and if it's too thick, you can add milk, which I'll show you. Milk or chicken stock, whatever you feel. Quarter cup. We're just going to constantly stir this. It's looking good. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the other packet. I like it really cheesy. You know, I'm a cheesy person. So I'm going to squeeze that in there. Okay. I was actually looking for cheese powder, and I will show you guys how to make cheese powder. It's all this, you know, the little thing in mac and cheese, the cheese powder. That's cheese powder, and it's great for soups because it doesn't clumpy. It's inexpensive, and it's just it mixes really well. All right, there we go. So I'm going to bring this up. We're going to add the potatoes. A little of my shirt, my brand new YouTube morning shirt. Let me do it this way so you guys can see it. Like I said, be careful. Always try to put it in away from you. That way you don't get splashed. All right. Let's get those potatoes in there. Okay. We're looking very good. Oh, it's starting to come together. We are getting there. Now, I think I'm going to a quarter cup, because I'm not using flour. You know, flour, about 3 to 4 teaspoons. This would be thick. However, since these are potatoes, you got to kind of play around with it. So this will be a half a cup I'm putting in, but it's still coming up to boil, so it's not quite there yet. So you got to be careful by adding too much, or it'll be thick. So we're getting there. Now this takes a second to come to a boil. So while we're doing that, I'm going to get everything ready to top the soup. Okay? Got my bowl for the soup here. In there. Make sure you want to stir this. Okay? Oh yeah, she's come along now. Now she's starting to get thick. There we go. And the thickness depends on you. It depends on you on how you like your soups. I like mine not too thick. I like it a little runny, but that's just me. If you want a thick soup, just add more. If you're not worried about gluten-free, add about 4 teaspoons of flour. Okay, so we're gonna get our sour cream. Okay, we're gonna get our onions. So you need to just cut off the tips. Nice and small. Okay, perfect. All right, then we're gonna get our bacon, which is perfect. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, you do it this way too, if you want it diced. Depends on you, okay? All right, it's coming to a boil now. Oh, yeah. Give it a nice stir. Oh, yeah. Make sure there's nothing sticking to the bottom or it'll burn. Sorry, left the water on. Okay. I'm turning the heat off. All right? I'm gonna let it finish. Oh yeah, it's looking really, really good. So I got I think let me get a spoon. Got a spoon in here somewhere. Fork will do. All right, so let me knock off this knife. Okay, so I'm gonna take the bowl. I'm gonna bring it over here. Oh yeah. Like I said, if you don't like it thick, throw it in the blender, okay? Oh, but to me this is perfect for me. Like nice and chunky. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. And by tomorrow it'll thicken up even more. I mean, if you want it thick. Oh yeah. Look at that soup. Look at that soup. We're gonna finish it with some bacon. Oh, green onions. Huh? Let's get a little bit of sour cream. Oh, come off there. Come on. There we go. There it is. That is a loaded baked potato cheese soup. I hope you enjoy. Comment, like, subscribe. This is Chef David Alvarez.